clouds look like they're moving. I mean, obviously they are moving. Welcome back to the realm of the Mindful Madman. I wanted to try something different today. I wanted to come outside and record. It's been a minute since I did this type of setup. Actually, it's been a very long time. I think the last time I did a recording outside was like sometime last year, and hopefully you can hear me properly because I have it connected to my shirt. But I don't know how well the sound quality is when it's outside because I haven't tried it in a very long time, and I'm not the loudest speaking person. But yeah, just like how you see in the title, I really only care about YouTube. And when I say that, I don't mean it in a way that I'm like undermining all my other work on my other channels, because I say this a lot, but I'm someone that takes art very seriously, at least my own art, and I like to add an element of my soul into it whenever I do produce some type of artwork. And I guess I'm getting to the point now where short form content is stifling me. And hold on, I'm trying to materialize my thoughts and what I'm thinking and feeling about this. So I'm aware that through Reels and TikToks and short form videos that are less than a minute usually, especially from the cinematography perspective, it does kind of force you to become very creative because you are trying to create something in a very short amount of time and get your point across within seconds, right? And when I was in that space where that was the main thing, because at one point Instagram was my main thing before I transitioned to YouTube, and then I was on YouTube for a while on another channel, and then I fell off of that a little bit. I might get back on it, but then I went back to Instagram, and it was just a constant back and forth. And I actually didn't even want to get on TikTok. I never liked TikTok. I still don't really like TikTok, but I have a TikTok because, for one, I feel like I gave into that little bit of peer pressure because I was focusing on the fact that TikTok was an easy way to grow your page and more people would see your channel and whatnot. And I didn't want to, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to go the slow and steady route because I did that already on YouTube, on my other channel, and my page didn't really grow as quickly as I thought it would be. So I got a little discouraged. But as I'm reflecting and becoming more mature in this craft and taking it more seriously and seeing it in a different light, I'm realizing that none of that matters. And that's all a part of the game. That's all a part of the programming that is placed on a lot of creatives' minds and hearts. And I don't know, I enjoy YouTube because there's no time limit, if that makes any sense. I know there isn't on TikTok, I believe, but I think on Instagram you can only make a video that's like 15 minutes or less. And a lot of my videos on YouTube have been more than that, 15-minute span. And I like YouTube a lot better than the other platforms because it just allows people and myself to take our time with our art and take our time in expression, right? Like one of the things that I realized, oh look, I love watching birds just fly through the air, man. Oh, that was a bunch of them. They about to dip. They getting ready for that storm. But wait, no, it's North Carolina. The storm is over, right? I don't know. But one of the things that I love about long form content is that there isn't as much of a need to rush your point. Now, obviously, there are still people on YouTube that do that. Like, for example, I noticed that something that was becoming very popular on YouTube is people cutting their video a lot, right? Like every other word, they're cutting it because they're trying to make it as perfect as possible, or they didn't like what they said, or they took too many breaks and pauses. But honestly, unless you like blatantly messed up, I mean, everyone can do what they want, but I guess for me, unless I blatantly messed up, like I jumbled on my words or something that just didn't make any sense, I want to keep the length of the video longer, you know? And not like prolong the video, but like if I have a moment of silence where I'm gathering my thoughts, like something like that, you know, I'm just kind of listening. I don't see anything wrong with that. And I am blamed to that because I used to do that. I literally used to cut it every 5 seconds. I think some of my older videos you can see that. But I just like the aspect of taking your time. Someone sent me this girl's YouTube channel the other day. I don't remember her name. But I'm going to include her video in the description because her page, her YouTube channel, every video is at least 20 minutes. I think her shortest video was 17 minutes. And again, this is not, if your style is shorter content, like if you're on YouTube and your style is shorter videos because you just had, that's what you wanted to do, or you didn't have a lot to say, there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying that for people who do longer form content, don't feel bad if your video is 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 40 minutes and you're talking about something that's actually meaningful. Like, don't feel bad because of that. Don't feel like you spoke too much. Obviously, you can know when you're just jibber jabbering or whatever. But if you really had something to say, something that was meaningful, don't feel the pressure of wanting to shorten it because you're thinking that, oh, they won't watch my video. There's always going to be that one person or multiple people who will sit down and watch your entire video, right? And yeah, so someone had sent me this girl's page on YouTube, and again, I'll include her channel in the description because I just vibe with her work. And she's got videos that are like 40 minutes. She's got videos that are 20 minutes. I think one of her shortest videos is like 17 minutes, and she's got some that are in their 30s. And it's just like, that inspired me. Although what she's talking about isn't entirely what I'm going to be talking about, that part didn't matter to me. It was just the fact that she didn't seem like she was rushing the process of sharing herself, right? She just allowed it to be as long as it was going to be. And it was probably going to be even longer, and she cut it shorter. And the reason why I think YouTube, especially the longer form videos, honestly, I don't think YouTube Shorts is really popping like that. They came on the wave a little too late, and I don't even like YouTube Shorts. I just think they're really unnecessary, honestly. Because you already have TikTok and Instagram that does that, but YouTube is obviously mainly known for their longer form videos, and I think that it really does benefit someone or anyone if you can just sit still and watch a video or listen to a video or a podcast on YouTube or something that's longer than 10 seconds. Something that's longer than 30 seconds. Shoot. Something that's longer than like 3 minutes. Because even a 3-minute video is very short, right? Like, it's just crazy. We've gotten to the point now where a long video on Instagram or TikTok is a minute, 45 seconds, 30 seconds. Like, some videos, some reels I've seen are literally like 3 seconds. And it's just like, bro, what? And they'll get hundreds of thousands of views. And it's like, maybe one of you would think, oh, well, that was like Vine. Vine was like that. I think it was low-key the beginning of brain rot, and we didn't realize it. But the one thing about Vine, from what I remember, is that they had skits, and they were very creative in those 6 seconds that they made a video. Now it's just nothing. And I'm not saying that there's no one out there that's inspiring and being creative. There's a ton of creators that are on TikTok and Instagram that are killing it with their short form content. But I went down that road, and I just I'm not gravitating towards it as much anymore. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop posting on TikTok, and I'm on a break from Instagram right now, so I'm not posting on there, but it doesn't mean I'm going to stop posting on TikTok. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to have those longer or those shorter videos, because I do find value in it to an extent in terms of pushing yourself to get your point across quicker. But to me, it still does more harm than good, and it stifles true filmmakers and cinematographers, because you're forced in this time frame. And you really do get punished on Instagram and TikTok if your video is like, well, not really TikTok. TikTok's a lot different, but on Instagram, you get punished if your video is like over a minute. You really do. They praise your video if it's less than 30 seconds. And when you really think about it, that is so hard to get a point across, you know? Especially if you're just talking and you're not really using visuals. I don't know if you heard me with that one. I said, especially if you're just talking and you're not using visuals, like, how are you supposed to get everything you need to say done in 30 seconds or a minute? And I think I came to this realization. I mean, I've been known this, but it really hit me like a week ago. I don't go on TikTok that often. Like, Instagram was the application that was really running up my screen time. That's why I had to get rid of it. But TikTok, I don't go on that often. But when I do go on there, I be on TikTok, bro, right? And I was looking for a video that I couldn't find, right? So I went back to my like watch history, and I was scrolling through the TikToks I saw for that day, and it was like over 80 TikToks. And I know I was only on TikTok for maybe like 40 minutes. So 80 different people's opinions entered my brain and just freaking hijacked my entire psyche for 40 minutes. That's unnatural. That is so unnatural. No one can tell me that that's healthy. And I don't even remember most of them. I don't remember what they said. But on YouTube, if you're watching let's say you have a few YouTubers that you watch, right? More than likely, each video is probably at least like 5 to 7 minutes, maybe longer. Some of them, I would say the average YouTube video is probably like 10 minutes. So you watch about 4 videos, and you can retain more when you're sitting and you're listening and you're watching someone make their point in a longer span of time, because they're gathering their thoughts, right? And it's crazy too, because when I came out here, I even told myself I wanted this video to be about 10 minutes. Why? Like, after I said that, I was like, why? Why do you want it to be so short? Why do you want to shorten what you have to say? Like, if I go on a little tangent, I try not to do that as much, because I even though like I'm wanting to take my time, I still want to stay with my point, because I know I can go on tangents, but still, I don't think I went on a tangent that much this time around. And if my video is longer than 10 minutes, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think, personally, I also think that YouTube subscribers are a lot more loyal than Instagram followers and TikTok followers. Because, for one, I don't know about you, but like I rarely ever go on my subscriber list and unsubscribe from people. I do that more with Instagram, and not really much with TikTok, but definitely more with Instagram. I would also say that, just from my experience, it does take a lot longer, on average, to grow your channel on YouTube than TikTok and Instagram. TikTok obviously is the quickest one, and then it would be Instagram and then YouTube. Now obviously you have people whose videos go viral and then they get like 10,000 subs in a day. Like that happens, but most people, it's the slow and steady, the gradual increase of followers. And honestly, I like it that way. At one point I didn't, but I like it that way, because you know that the followers that you are getting, they're gonna last longer. It's not like you just gain a bunch of followers off of one video. It's like a gradual, steady incline of followers. And it feels, honestly, it feels really good. I feel like once I reach that point, maybe once I reach my 100,000 subscriber, and let's say I didn't blow up and it was just steady, I feel like I'll appreciate it more, because there was more work put in to get to that point, as opposed to just being lucky and getting it on the first try or after a couple of videos. And no shade to no one, no shade to anyone that did that. That's awesome. And obviously if that happened to me, I'd be ecstatic, right? But for some reason, I feel like the way the Most High is working on me, I don't think that's gonna happen. I feel like I will reach that point, but it's gonna be because of consistency and authenticity and creativity, and not compromising any of the three. For followers, for an algorithm, none of that. And yeah. Yo, fall is the goated season. I'm looking at the trees right now, and it's like a golden hue from the sun on the trees. Like half of the tree is green, and then the other half is goldish. I'm gonna take a video or a picture so you guys can see this, because this is actually really dope. Let me see. I'll take a video. That's really nice. It doesn't do it justice. It doesn't do it justice, but this is what I'm looking at right now. It's like golden at the top. Obviously my eyes are gonna look way better than what my phone camera can do, but there's just something about the fall, something about autumn that's just so magical. Anything can happen. I feel changes in the air. I just urge all of you to stay consistent on whatever it is that you're doing. And don't worry about your follow amount. Don't worry about who's seeing what. Someone's always seeing something, and the right hands will be seen. Or what's the quote? Your art, your content, your whatever will be placed in the right hands. It'll be seen with the right eyes in due time, and then it will propel forward, right? Just don't focus on that. Just focus on creating and being yourself and putting out something meaningful. So yeah, this video wasn't to bash TikTok or Instagram. I have both accounts on there. I can't even talk. I have accounts on both of those platforms, and I make content on both of those platforms, and I've made content that I'm proud of on both of those platforms. But I know going forward, the main form of art is going to be on YouTube, 100%. And I like the fact too that I like creating videos and editing content that takes me a little bit longer to put out than what I do on TikTok or Instagram. Like a TikTok video or an IG reel, if it's cinematic and it's not something basic, it'll probably take me maybe like a few hours including the time of filming to the editing process and music. A few hours, maybe 6 hours. Yeah, maybe 6. If it's really detailed, maybe like 6-7 hours. If it's really detailed, because I come back to it and I'm a perfectionist. But in my recent stuff, that don't take that long. Maybe like an hour. But YouTube videos, they take a minute. From creating the thumbnail to filming the content, finding a place to film the content, getting the right lighting, that takes me at least 20 minutes every time. And then I talk, that takes a minute. And then editing process, getting the sound to match up with the video, getting the music and the other sounds aligned, and then rendering it and uploading it, that takes a minute, maybe like a day's worth of editing, unless I'm like on beast mode and I'm just going in. But usually I like take my time with my editing process. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and remind you that it's okay to have a longer YouTube video, and don't shorten your work just to fit an algorithm or whatever else is you're being fed, the lies that you're being fed by these platforms of what to do and what not to do. It's at the end of the day, you can follow every algorithm tip, every how to grow your channel in 5 days tip. You can follow all those, but especially if you're a child of the Most High, your page doesn't really grow until Yah says it's your time, right? And sometimes it'll take longer for your page to grow because He wants you to be consistent. And He wants you to put out more work that's you and not be swayed by your followers or what everyone else is saying you should do. And that's not to say that you don't take advice on how to grow your channel and how to make it more appealing and stuff. Just don't compromise your morals. Don't compromise your style. Just don't do it. Definitely gonna come out here more and do more of these videos. I vibe with it. Are you a sunrise person or a sunset person? The moon is coming out. I like sunrises, I really do. But there's just something about a sunset that just... I feel like sunsets are way more, like it puts me more in a reflective state. Sunrises are a lot more on that like, all right, let's get it type of mood. But sunsets are like, what is life? What is life? What is life? I'm working on a few things. I want to expand this community of the Mindful Madmen. So yeah, I'm working on a few things. And slow down. Take your time, breathe. Get every word out. Don't shorten your message. Don't shorten your message. Don't shorten your message. Do you hear me? I don't know what accent that was. That was wild. I don't know if that was Jamaican or it was British or I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna embarrass myself. I mean, I already did, but yeah. I bought me a new chair. It's a gaming chair. I'm really excited to put it together. I've had this old chair that I've been sitting in for years, to the point where I can low-key feel the springs. I had to put a blanket on top of it. But I don't know why I never just bought a new one. I don't know why I'm like this, but I finally got me a new chair. It like bends back to like 150 degrees. I'm about to go in. It's about to get crazy. My movie nights, my room are about to be immaculate. But make sure you getting outside, man. Make sure you getting outside. Go talk to the trees. They want to hear what you have to say. My grandma was just in the camera. My grandma was just in the frame, so I don't know how that's gonna turn out. I don't know how long she was sitting there messing it up. Ah man. Hey, that's all good. It's all good. It's more authentic. I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, I got a gaming chair. Movie nights about to be more immaculate. Movie nights are about to be more immaculate. You already know. It's the simple things, man. It's the simple things. Oh wow, now the sky's getting pink. Oh wow. Yo. Look at this. Look at this sunset. Whoa. I had to bring down the exposure. That's amazing. Wow. Man. That is beautiful. All praises to the Most High, yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see what everyone's doing, and I wish you the best. I pray for the best on your creative journey. I'm seeing a lot of new creators on YouTube. They starting off new just like me, and I want to connect with more of you. So what I'm working on next, it's gonna be awesome. And I want to actually start meeting people in person that I connect with online through like a community, creative community. So that's one word I cannot say right. Community. Sound weird when I say it, but yeah. This is the Mindful Madman, and I will see you in the next video. Try to do my Schmiegel voice. That didn't work out, so yeah.